both streams. I hope I can still read the chat. I put the camera in a different position.
Yeah.
So you can see us instead of just having my giant stuff here and there. But I just have to squint to read the comments if we get any today. We're talking some comics today. So there's a lot of movie news, some television news, or more like app news.
Yeah.
App news. Coming to you live from Nostalgic Books and Comics in San Gabriel, California. This is the Multiverse Comic Book Show. And now, here is your host, Pete Malini.
There we go.
Malini. What is going on,
How's it
Pete?
going?
It is Wednesday night. There's a fresh stack of brand new comic books in front of you. We're here again. How you doing?
Pretty good. So there's a lot of stuff that came out.
A lot of news came out. I saw a lot of that today.
Yeah. Well, you know, we'll end on the big one, but so yeah, you mentioned app news. Timothy Dalton has been cast in the Doom Patrol series.
Timothy Dalton, you have a former James Bond.
Yeah.
James Bond is going to play the chief. He's in a wheelchair. The voice of Brendan Fraser. You got Timothy Dalton. This is
And was Alec Tudyk's going to be the bad guy?
Yeah. They're really going all out on this. They really are. This is pretty cool.
I'm wondering though, it's going to be crazy because what we learned last week.
Ryan Tanaka, I will wave back to you.
We learned last week.
Thank you for joining us.
We're getting these shows are going to be. We're not going to be stacking these shows. They're going to be like one right after the other. So we're going to weekly release on Fridays.
I know we're now that we have modern technology, we're going back to watching stuff 1 week at a time.
Yeah.
Which is the way it should be theoretically.
I don't know about you, but I personally like it that way because I feel like I get overwhelmed when you get like a whole season of something. It's just like there it is, because like Hulu does that. Well, Hulu does this weird, like they'll do like a hybrid of both, where when they have a new show, they'll release 3 episodes, and after that it's a week, one a week.
That way you can kind of get both types of people who are like, oh, you can binge 3 of them right now.
Yeah.
Or old people like us. Like, oh, cool, I get 1 a week? Cool. I have time. I don't have to watch it all at once.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the thing. It's overwhelming when it's all at once, and because people are going to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. There's that pressure to sit and have to binge watch all of it, or else someone's going to walk up to you and spoil what happened on such Netflix show or Hulu or whatnot. So now with these, I guess these apps are trying to turn it back the other direction, where it's like, hey.
But
I guess they want to spread out the content.
It makes sense, especially
not everybody's Netflix with $1 billion worth of production going on.
Especially with this DC app, they have all these shows in the works, but it's not going to be a lot of content. So they have to spread it out. That was one of the first comments I read. People were upset. They're like, "Well, why aren't you dropping the whole thing?" And it's like because they want to spread it out. They want
one, they want to spread it, and 2, I feel like they're probably still making the episodes.
Yeah.
They're kind of probably treating it like traditional television, where like they probably have a few of them in the can, but they're still cranking out the rest.
Yeah.
Over in Burbank on the Warner Brothers lot.
So it makes sense. I mean, this Doom Patrol series, I'm really excited for. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, of all this stuff, it seems like it's gonna be more Grant Morrison Doom Patrol than anything else.
Which is crazy because I feel like that's the cool thing about this app. Is like there would never be a Doom Patrol TV show.
Never.
On network TV.
No.
Even cable, I think would be stretching it.
Yeah.
And this is your medium. This is your audience for a Doom Patrol show.
Yeah, the people who want to watch this are going to be on the app. The people who are going to subscribe to it. It's not like something you just throw on FX and people are just going to be like, all right, cool. Let me stop by for the Doom Patrol. There's a guy in a wheelchair.
It's a giant robot.
It's a giant robot and a Shadow Man who comes out of a bunch of bandages.
I think the only way it would work is if you would just accept the absurdity of it and just get like Adult Swim. You get freaking the Venture Brothers guys. So that would be amazing.
Get the Venture Brothers guys to do it. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, right.
Like if it was Venture Brothers Doom Patrol, that would be it's pretty great.
Yeah, but so They're casting that Doom Patrol show like crazy, man. There's a lot of people jumping on it, so it's gonna be pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah, because like with all these shows, like I know we frequently brought it up here on this show, where it's like this is legitimate medium now,
Yeah.
where they're getting stars to show up and do these shows. Not like years ago where it had to be a bunch of unknowns or someone who's on their way down from stardom, hoping to catch that catch that rocket back up.
Because I mean, as much as he kind of like has been disowned by Hollywood now, like Kevin Spacey was one of the first ones to like really jump on to like streaming network, right? Where, like,
Yeah, where like because House of Cards. I don't know. I forget if that was first or if Orange is the New Black.
I think it was first, yeah.
Yeah, House of Cards was first, and Spacey, and then you had Robin Wright,
Yeah.
and then that whole thing it's all built up. And speaking of House of Cards, they actually released
I saw that.
a thing today where they killed Kevin Spacey's character.
Yeah.
FYI.
I
Hopefully that's not a spoiler, but they totally killed Kevin Spacey's character to get him out of the show.
And I like the fact that the way that commercial was just like, oh, he's gone. Like, don't worry, guys. Like,
He's dead now. Don't worry. You can comfortably watch House of Cards, the final season.
Yeah.
There will be the only time you'll see Kevin Spacey is his tombstone.
Yeah. I saw that. I'm like, that's kind of intense, man.
That was like a really intense, David Fichtner, like, holy shit, that was pretty. Woof.
I like how like the way they shot that too was like she's talking to the audience, like she's clearly like just talking straight,
It's like, hey, this is my show now.
Yeah.
This is not Frank Underwood's show anymore.
No. Yeah, so that's next week. The DC app launches next week.
I know. I still haven't subscribed to it. I think I might miss out on my free 3 months. I've been lazy because I don't know. I'm still kind of like gun shy to commit to $75 right now.
Dude, but if you do it now, you enter to a contest. You get a ride in the Tumbler if you win.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
I need my phone.
They have that lot, like the neighborhood lot, whatever.
Uh-huh.
They'll give you a ride in the Tumbler if you win this contest.
I gotta try to win this contest. I want to ride the Tumbler.
I was like, I saw that. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Damn it.
They know their demographic.
Yeah.
They know a bunch of DC nerds who freaking love getting the Tumbler.
But yeah, that's kind of crazy. But the other big news that kind of took over the internet.
Also, the big news. Yeah, this was big. I saw that on I saw that myself. So let's go. Let's fire it up for our Facebook audience. Sorry, Twitch audience. We still don't have the capability to. We're trying to figure out how to do this program to both Twitch and Facebook, but it's. I am technologically challenged. Oh hey, I can do this. Hey, look at this guy. Look at this guy go. So. Yeah. Captain Marvel. The whole Captain Marvel. Let me just. Whoop. So this is pretty much what our Facebook audience sees right now.
Yeah. Was that our first look at Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel. Brie Larson. We got Brie Larson in full and accurate, because I know the previous image that had been released, she was wearing green and blue, and like nerds were poo-pooing that. Like, oh no, it's not the traditional red and blue. Nope. The image. A lot of images came out today. Where like you had an image of that, and I know you got the.
There's this one. It's really cool. Like it's like a squad. Like prior, you got your Marvel, then you have
there's Ronan the Accuser. Yeah, because this movie is set a little further back in time. You can bring back characters who are dead.
Yeah. This is my favorite image though. It's
the Skrulls.
Look at
the Skrulls.
And
the Skrulls.
They look like legit Skrulls, dude. Like I was worried that they were gonna do some kind of crazy like CG, remodeling of them. But that looks like a legit Skrull, man.
Those are Skrulls. They're gonna turn to cows and we're gonna eat them.
We're gonna eat them.
Dude, I know it's probably been said already. I think, dude, we're setting up Secret Invasion.
Oh, it has to be.
That's gonna be our arc for what will Marvel do after the Infinity War? We're doing Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
People are gonna get replaced by Skrulls. It's gonna be awesome. I'm excited.
And that's kind of cool because then you could bring back a lot of like people, like bring back characters that are like presumably we're losing Cap and Iron Man, and you could bring them back in a Secret Invasion. And you're like, are they real or are they Skrulls? And
right. Yeah. Whoever dies.
But yeah, these Skrulls look really cool.
Oh, yeah, thanks for watching, Ness. Mr. Matt Ness, successful Twitch streamer.
And then we got one of my favorite images.
Oh, the best images. De-aged, looking like he's 30-something Samuel L. Jackson.
Like we talked about earlier, man. Like that freaking that technology's getting so
Dude, this game's so good now. I mean, like, considering how many years ago was Tron Legacy when freaking poor Jeff Bridges looked so terrible.
He looked all
the Klutz Jeff Bridges looked like he was made out of toothpaste.
Yeah.
But now, like, his de-aging, they made Samuel L. Jackson look like he's 30 again.
Yeah.
With the little scar over his eye. They're like, oh, foreshadowing.
Cause I saw like I've seen like set pictures and it's like it's part the CG, part makeup. Because I saw they did a mold of his face and they made that hairpiece for him. Heard they made his chin bigger for some reason.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
No.
What, did they go back and look at pictures of him when he was younger and like, oh, you had a bigger chin?
Yeah.
We're sorry, Mr. Jackson, but you had a much larger chin when you were younger.
Your face is much rounder now.
Yeah, the Captain Marvel costume looks amazing. Oh, Ryan Miller asking us on the costume looks awesome. And like, maybe by the end, she will have the mohawk.
Yeah. Oh, it's not gonna happen. I think.
Yeah, I think she's down.
Yeah.
Brie Larson is a Brie Larson's a warrior. She'll be down for the mohawk.
Yeah.
Was it Dijon Honsu? Probably.
Yeah, it was.
Because he's Kree. Is he technically a Kree?
I have no idea what he's.
I'm sure we'll find out.
Yeah. But he's in that picture. He's wearing like the Kree armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Dude, this is gonna. I feel like this movie is gonna sneak up on everyone, just like Black Panther, just like Winter Soldier, where like we really don't know how good this is until it's gonna hit us in the face.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh shit, this is a pretty amazing movie.
Yeah. And you see there was another photo that I couldn't find, but there was another photo of Brie Larson in
like 90s gear?
Oh, that one.
Oh.
But there's like one which is in a jet.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like it's very Top Gun or there's a
yeah, because Carol Danvers is a fighter pilot.
Yeah. But next to her there was another plane and there was another pilot and
what does it say on the side?
her last name was Rambeau.
Monica Rambeau? The other Captain Marvel?
It's supposed to be her mom.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that they're saying that
maybe we're gonna set up.
Yeah.
The second Captain Marvel, the other Captain Marvel,
and the
Photon slash.
And the funny thing was, it had her name. I remember what her first name. It wasn't Monica, but it said her first name. It said Photon Rambeau. Like,
well played, Marvel Studios.
hey, she was
well played.
She was Photon, and she was Captain Marvel for a little while, right? And
who was the person standing next to Ronan? That one's kind of hard to tell.
It's a Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pete confirms that is Marvel, Mr. Ryan Castro Miller.
Yeah, Marvel.
That is Marvel. Who's playing Marvel? Jude Law, is it?
Jude Law. Yeah. That's really interesting. I'm wondering what costume. Well, clearly he's wearing the green costume.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they're gonna go all out. Is he gonna make that helmet with the freaking the fin?
The fin. Like when they have to go into battle, they like push a button, like Star Lord.
Yeah.
Or maybe they think that's a little too Spartan.
That's true. But you know what? Everyone's got, and it's funny because as much as people are excited about these photos, they made it seem like they were dropping the trailer. So you see the Brie Larson?
No worries.
She posted a thing on Twitter yesterday where she like sent a tweet to Entertainment Weekly, and she said, "Hey, Entertainment Weekly, want to break the internet tomorrow?" And they were like, "All right, at this time." So everyone thought like, "Oh, they're dropping the trailer." We got the cover. We got the
cover. So everyone like goes, because I know we're right about the time where we should be getting a teaser.
Yeah, we should be getting.
So I remember how long was I doing? We were only 136 days away from Thor Ragnarok.
That's true. Because I feel like
because we're getting there. It's September.
Yeah, but
that movie's what, February, March,
yeah. But I feel like the whole thing though is that it's like it's hard to promote these type of movies after Infinity War, you know, like without giving shit away. I mean, it is a prequel, but
it's a prequel.
So I felt like they dragged it out. We didn't get the Ant-Man trailer right away. Like it took a while. I feel.
That's true. So we might be waiting a little while before we get that.
Because someone made a comment about like,
where has she been for 420? That's a good question, Ryan Tanaka. Where has she been for 20 years? Why did she wait for a weird page from a dying Nick Fury at the end of Avengers: Infinity War? Maybe she's been off, in being a part of the Marvel Corps.
Yeah. You know what I'm hoping? I kind of, because I feel like they don't need to do it. I'm kind of hoping that like we get to see, maybe from her point of view, either in this movie or in Avengers 4, we get to see Xandar. Because we know Thanos destroyed the shit out
Yeah,
of him.
he totally freaking. He showed up with power. He showed up with the Power Stone and took the. Oh no, he didn't have the Power Stone.
No.
He just took the Power Stone.
Yeah.
Man. Oh yeah.
So, I'm hoping we get to see what happens there.
We might. I bet that. Well, I'd love to say that might be the opening of the movie, but of Avengers 4. But maybe we'll get to see that at the end of Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
You don't know. There's a
page.
lot of unknowns.
Yeah.
And then she gets a page. It's like watching Xandar go down. Like when she shows up with Xandar's destroyed. She gets a page.
Yeah. She's like, what? I saw a real funny.
Pirate wants to see you.
I saw a real funny meme where like they showed right before he was fading away and he said motherfucker and he like, fades away. And he showed her getting the page and she's like, and it just says motherfucker. She's like, what? Like why did you send me this? Like,
motherfucker. And who carries a pager?
Yeah, well, the 90s. It's the 90s.
No, I mean,
yeah.
In 2018 or 2025, whenever fucking Avengers is set, because it's not now. It's like it's unknown year.
Yeah, that's true.
They can't give years anymore.
Yeah, because people
timeline is fucked.
People get lost their shit over the Spider-Man thing. It's like
doesn't make sense. So they got a lot of news. The Captain Marvel stuff dropped today. The Doom Patrol. Was there anything else of note?
The only thing I noticed
since last Wednesday.
The only thing I saw, and they just announced it today. There's going to be a 40th anniversary Superman. They're going to put it back in the theaters. Superman the motion picture went back in theaters this year.
40 years. That's fucking true.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't like getting old, Pete.
We're getting old.
Holy shit. That was 79, huh?
No, 78. If it's this year, this is the 40 year.
Well, is it happening like in this fall?
Yeah, it's happening in November.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I know you're ready. Oh, Ryan asks a very interesting question. Does the inclusion of the old school scrolls mean that there is some kind of agreement with Fox and Marvel? I thought they held the rights. I think that was part of a trade.
Yeah, it's part of a trade, and then now the merger doesn't even matter anymore, right?
Yeah.
And,
well, now the merger doesn't matter, but before, I think they had negotiated some rights. I think it was all part of, I don't know if it was during that.
Wasn't it because like, that's how they were able to do the Legion and the Gifted show, right? Because they couldn't make TV shows with the X-Men stuff. That was part of the deal.
It was essentially a little deal, like, hey, you need to give us some things. Like, oh, we need some villains back.
Yeah, because they wanted. I remember like that whole thing started with the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, where James Gunn wanted all sorts of like random characters, and they were like, oh no, Fox has those characters.
No, because Ego was a part of the previous deal. They would get Ego. I think they wanted someone else, but
they wanted Galactus and the Silver Surfer.
But they were like, no. So they had to settle for Ego.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, no, we're not gonna. I think none of the Fox stuff is still gonna go into effect.
Yeah.
At least until well after. Until I don't think we'll see anything from the Fox side until like 2020.
Yeah. Oh,
because they've already have kind of their plans and
yeah. I mean, they might work something in.
There might be some cameos. They might sneak in like some stuff that's like not a part of the main plot.
Yeah. So I remember reading this whole thing about how like the Spider-Man thing. It was approved while they had already shot Ant-Man, and they worked that whole thing in when movies basically calls out Spider-Man. And so I feel like they're probably gonna do stuff like that. They're probably gonna make
like acknowledgements, but not like, oh, there's a whole bunch of X-Men showing up in this movie now.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. Although I saw this video. This one guy was talking about how could they work the X-Men into the cinematic universe. It hit this one theory. Like I always hear this theory about people like oh, what if like nobody knows, like mutants exist but nobody knows about it. And I was thinking that's kind of dumb. Like how do people not know about it?
Professor X.
Yeah, but even then it's still kind of hokey. Like it's still like. Then I thought about it. I'm like, oh,
you can erase everyone's brains.
Yeah. Then I thought about it. I'm like, oh, you can make Xavier Institute kind of like Hogwarts, where everyone's like hiding out there. You can kind of tie it into the Shield thing too. Like maybe Fury probably knows. If that's the case, he probably knows. He probably made a deal with them.
And it's like, you don't fuck with us, mutants, I won't fuck with you. Do you understand what I'm saying, motherfuckers?
And I'm pretty sure, like, because there's already a precedent for, like, having someone out there. Like, so, like, you could make them a deal. Like, oh, you let us use Wolverine every once in a while, and you guys are cool. Because they already set that up with Winter Soldier, where, like, nobody knew, like, only a handful of people knew who the Winter Soldier was, or what the Winter Soldier was.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a precedent for, like, these legends or whatever, you know.
Yeah, dude, it's fiction. We can. There's always a workaround. There's always a plot device that can fix things.
Yes. Do you think they're actually gonna do it? Do you think they're actually gonna try to work all that stuff in?
Yeah. I don't see why not.
No.
We didn't know magic existed until Doctor Strange.
That's true. That's true.
It's a big, wide world out there, Mr. Stark. You're not the only hero out there, Mr. Stark. Just with those words alone, right there. There's so much more out there. Yeah. I mean, all the dumb bullshit they do in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that we don't know existed. There's all these Inhumans everywhere.
That's right. That's right.
Again. Mutants and humans, eh?
Yeah.
If you're not looking, they can always just do freaking the typical, like, oh, the higher-ups, oh, we knew. But that information's on a need-to-know basis.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you, the viewer, didn't need to know.
Didn't need to know. Because when they made a reference to the Griffin, I think it was the first season of Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like they had this prison where all these like enhanced humans, and they make a reference to like oh yeah, the Griffin guy, the tiger paws, and they didn't show it, but they made a reference to it, you know. Like,
there's always stuff you can always introduce them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right. So Mike League agrees with Xavier and Mind Web, and then realizes multiverses can mix. Yeah.
I don't know if that's gonna work though. I mean, like, I think because that would be like, no, I mean financially, I don't know if that'll work. Cause they're not gonna want the Fox X-Men characters.
Well, no, they're not. Oh, not the Fox actors. No, you just recast.
Yeah,
of course you can recast.
Yeah,
I've said it before. How many we replaced War Machine?
Yeah,
very easily.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like all these people that are holding out hope that like, oh, Hugh Jackman's gonna win the MCU. It's not gonna happen. I really don't think it's gonna happen.
Nah, it's gonna be some douchebag actor that we're all gonna hate for like a couple of movies, and then he'll do something really good, and then we'll be okay with it.
Yeah,
that's how it's gonna work.
I think that's the biggest problem with bringing the X-Men into the MCU is casting Wolverine, because especially after Logan, like where do you go from that? You know what I mean? Like
you're gonna have a new Wolverine.
Yeah, and it's gonna be hard, you know.
You know what? All these other movies, honestly, movie studios don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
How many James Bonds have we had?
Yeah.
How many Jack Ryans have we had?
That's true.
They will recast.
Yeah.
Marvel right now, it's only been 10 years. It won't be invulnerable. We are going to have a new Tony Stark at some point.
Oh yeah.
We will have a new Steve Rogers. We'll have a new Thor. They will all be replaced at some point with somebody new.
Yeah.
The sooner we can make peace with that, the easier.
Yeah. Well, okay. With that in mind, though, you think okay.
Well, I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. But I'm talking about we're talking about maybe like 5-10 years from now.
Yeah. But you think at that point, so then we get a new
universe?
Are we in a new universe, or are we gonna keep going?
Depends. If the movies tank,
yeah.
If the movies start to fail, then they'll reset. They'll start a new universe.
Yeah.
Oh, here everyone. We know you didn't like coming because you had to watch the last 20 movies, or in the future, last 40 movies. But here, we're starting fresh. This is a whole new universe.
Yeah.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Refresh, reboot.
That'd be kind of cool. Imagine you go that route, and you have like Robert Downey Jr. going into the parallel universe and like setting up this whole new universe.
Ryan's asked, have I seen Krasinski as Jack Ryan? I think yeah. So far, what I've seen so far, I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch the show. I watched some clips of it today, and they look pretty good. I like Jim I like Jim as Jack Ryan. Good old Jim.
Good old Jim. As long as he doesn't make those faces, man.
He's John Krasinski. He can't help it. It's what he does.
It is what he does. That's the one thing that bothers me about the Quiet Place, man. Is like,
how he kept turning into Jim and looking at the camera.
Kept making those Jim faces, like.
Those aren't Jim. Those are John faces.
That's right.
We just know them as Jim faces because we only knew him as Jim for the longest time. Damn you, Helpert!
Yeah.
We lost our last live viewer.
No.
Well, at least on on Twitch. We still got you guys on Facebook. Thank you guys for sticking around.
Yeah.
Oh. Let's get to the comics. Where are we gonna go? What do you want to do?
Let's go.
What does your heart say?
Let's go House of Ideas, man.
The House of Ideas. We have the Asgardians of the Galaxy, or if you're the collector, if you're Jeff Goldblum, these are the Asgards of the Galaxy. The Asgardians. Yeah, I believe they go to mass. Asgardians of the Galaxy. So we have a whole bunch of Asgardians.
What's the Asgardians?
Oh shit! You got the Executioner.
You
You got Angela. We got Frog Thor.
Girl Throg.
Throg.
And you got a Thunderstrike.
Thunderstrike. You got someone in the Destroyer armor, and then I'm assuming that's White Valkyrie.
That's Valkyrie. Yeah.
Not our awesome Tessa Thompson.
No. So.
That's right. John Krasinski was the original choice as Captain America.
So yeah, it's a cool book. Like it's these Asgardians going around in space, and they're going to different planets.
They're Asgardian the Galaxy.
Yeah, that's Guardian the Galaxy. And it's kind of fun, man. Like it's you get to see them, going to different planets. Which I think it's something that like it's very inspired by I think Ragnarok. It just shows that they're space characters, And it's kind of cool. There's a whole thing with Valkyrie. It's a cool little throwback concept with Valkyrie. It's kind of cool. Where she like very much like the Silver Age Thor. She shares a body with someone else. So she's like this
Frog of Thunder.
So she's this like archaeologist that can turn into Valkyrie.
Thunderstrike looks so lame.
Yeah, it's his son. It's Eric Masterson's son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a fun book. It's different. It's like weird, like, typical Marvel.
They're trying to tap, like you said, they're tapping into that vein of comedy / fun that Thor Ragnarok reached into.
Which is like, I mean, that's the thing. I always feel like I don't know when it happened, but I feel like Thor books, especially like in Asgard, they got rid of like the space side of it, and they went very like Viking and very like
Norse.
Yeah, and that's not what the book was, and that's not what the character was originally. Like this kind of
travel in space.
Yeah, this goes back to like that era.
Nice.
Yeah.
Asgardians of the Galaxy. All right, let's stick with the House of Ideas. We have a Silver Surfer annual. Someone whose last name is Sachs.
Yeah.
The Silver Surfer. Gosh, I remember when he was so popular in the 90s.
So this is really weird because there hasn't been a Silver Surfer book for a little while. That slot, Mike Allred one, ended a while back. And
I'd say I remember Mike Allred drawing Silver Surfer. I felt like that hasn't been such a good pairing since Mobius was drawing Surfer.
And so they did this book. It's an annual. It's labeled an annual, but
it's a #1 basically.
No, there's no Silver Surfer book in the works.
Yeah, I know.
So this is just a random story. This takes place before he came to Earth. It's a prequel story to like just
where he's still on the employ of Galactus.
Yeah. And so. Yeah, it's a good story too, but it really gets you thinking. That's the thing about Silver Surfer. When it was the early books, it was very much about philosophy and societies, and this kind of takes it back to that.
The free will.
Yeah.
Do we have free will or do we not, Mr. Anderson?
So there you go, new Silver Surfer.
New Silver Surfer, but hey, maybe this is a way like giving it a shot. Hey, put out an annual. If this succeeds, if there's a lot of positive feedback, then maybe they'll do a Silver Surfer.
Yeah. I always liked the character. Silver Surfer's always been a cool character.
Yeah.
Like his whole backstory.
Aren't they doing a Defenders book?
Yeah, the Defenders book.
I guess that might be the original Defenders.
Yeah. With the Doctor Strange. That's the weirdest team Marvel has out there, man.
What, Doctor Strange, the Hulk, Namor, and Silver Surfer?
Yeah.
What's so weird?
It's like, what do they, like, yeah.
What's so weird?
I don't know how those guys would get along, man. Like,
they don't. That's part of the book. They don't get along. But they unite for the common good.
Yeah.
That's as heroes should do.
So I remember there was a thing in the Dan Slott, Mike Allred Silver book, where the Defenders got back together because they needed to deal with something, I don't know what it was, and they had to go find Surfer. And he at the time he was staying somewhere in Maine or something. They basically turned him into kind of Doctor Who, where he met this human and they got along and became best friends. He took her around the universe.
Instead of a TARDIS, a surfboard.
The surfboard. But then he would come back to Earth and just kind of hang out with her, and
just like Doctor Who.
yeah. And so there was this whole thing where like the defenders had to get back together. So they had to go look for him. So Doctor Strange did a spell, and he was like, "Oh, he's in Maine. We gotta go." And they went to go get him. But it was the funniest thing was they had to travel across country. And so Doctor Strange was like, "Oh wait, you guys, you're gonna freak people out." So he put a spell, and he made Namor look like a regular dude. He made the Hulk look like a regular dude, and it was just funny. It was like silly, like.
Huh. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I like fun books. Well, what do we got next?
Do we got any more Marvel books? Let's see. Oh, there we go.
We have Thanos Legacy. Is Thane coming back?
That's cool, right?
Thane, Thanos Legacy, because he is officially dead.
Yeah.
Dead. His head has been cut off.
So Danny Cates, we don't know how to say his name.
Yep.
Cates,
Cats.
something. So he wrote that Thanos book that got really popular with Cosmic Ghost Rider and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Currently, the legacy of Thanos.
Currently in the Infinity, what's it called? Infinity Wars.
Infinity Wars. Yes.
Thanos was killed. He was killed, and in this book we basically find out that like no, he knows that he doesn't die. He knows that in the future he conquers the freaking universe. So this is just kind of like explaining all that.
He has died many times.
Yeah.
He is constant. Many times he's rejected by death.
Yeah, because even in that Infinity Wars book, when he got killed, he literally was like, "Oh no, I know I'm not dead. Like I've seen the future.
I've seen the future.
Well, this kind of sets that up.
Conquer you all.
This bridges that Thanos book with what's going on in
Infinity Wars.
Yeah.
Huh. This is the legacy of Thanos.
Yeah.
Interesting. What else do we got here? Ooh, another non-Superman Bendis book.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cover which reunites him with David Smack.
Yeah.
David Mack, Brian Michael Bendis, and saying they keep throwing stuff at the end, right?
Yeah. There's all the Mac covers.
Yeah, all these Mac, Sammy Universe, Superman #1, Batman 50. There you go. Mac, beautiful. Just the beautiful watercolors.
So this is a weird book. This is a new original.
Of course, Dre's girlfriend gave mine away.
So this is a weird book. This is supposedly based on a true story.
Mm-hmm. Really, this book is based on a true story. Bendis is writing a crime book that's based on a true story. I'm scared already.
So the book is about a comic book artist, a famous comic book artist, who gets
named Bob Smack.
right? who gets recruited by the CIA to become a spy. And he's claiming this is a real thing. This really happened.
What is the reverse of freaking Tom King?
Well, maybe.
Where Tom King was a CIA guy who became a comic book writer. This comic book artist becomes a spook.
Yeah.
CIA are the spooks.
So it's a fun read. It's really interesting, and it's typical Dave Mack. Like he merges what's going on with the story the comic book artist is working on, and they kind of like parallel. It's interesting.
Huh.
But
Bendis and Mack are clearly having a little bit of fun here.
yeah, and having a little fun. And,
Is that what's called cover?
Yeah.
Because the artist draws covers, but also now he becomes a CIA agent. He has to have cover.
yeah, it's a classic USA Network TV show title. Like,
Royal Pains, suits, white collar,
but they're really pushing.
in plain sight. Sorry, I just can't stop. It's like we're vomiting on that.
They're really pushing the Jinx World stuff.
Yeah, 3 weeks in a row, isn't
Yeah.
this? Like we have 3 Jinx World books in a row, and you're about to hand me another one.
They put out this thing.
This is a primer. It's kind of. Is this all of them? No.
It's the first issue of
Our Scarlet and the United States of Murder.
Yeah. And you can get all that for $1.
I'm sorry, what? This is $1. You have 3+ comic books in one
Yeah.
thick with 2 C's. Thick like those models that you see on the internet that are Fig with 2 C's. Fig.
Yeah, that's a big comic.
You get a whole bunch of Bendis and Maliv for $1?
Yeah. Pretty cool.
They're mad, I say. Mad. I'm surprised this isn't on newsprint.
It might be.
Although the paper is pretty shoddy.
Yeah. What's $1?
It's $1. I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to find out where do they cut some corners to not be hurt by this. But wow.
Yeah.
So if you're a Bendis fan like me, boom.
Not only that too, like it just like
You're
curious
curious.
about this Jinx World thing, because all these books, like some of them are brand new stories, some of those he brought over, they're like jumping on points. I guess they're like, you know, like you don't need
Naturally.
Yeah.
You don't need to have read all the Jinx World stuff before.
Yeah. But this is cool because this is Powers #1. Like that was a classic issue, and it's in there for $1.
Huh.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, what else do we got? Ooh, look at this. We finally get into the Sandman universe.
Yeah.
Neil Gaiman is doing his Neil stuff. We got the Dreaming, where his curated Sandman universe.
Yeah.
So the Dreaming, isn't that the domain of the Sandman?
Yeah.
He rules the Dreaming.
Yeah. So what we found out in that one shot is that the Sandman is gone. Like Morpheus, he took off. No one knows where he's at, and there's some shit going down in the Dreaming, and they're trying to figure
Who's
out.
in charge? Death?
They're trying to figure out who's in charge.
Ah.
Like there's this librarian that was told that he was in charge, and he has no idea what's going on, and it's like, it's interesting. It's really weird. Like, you know, like I said, like I never got into the Sandman stuff, so this is like kind of my first step into that world, and it's weird, man. Like,
I know. You and I both. I think we're both we're both that comic book nerd who like we gazed upon this Sandman like landscape like whoa, that's pretty heavy.
yeah.
There's a lot going on there. 'Cause I know the comic book nerds who like are head first. They got into it early on, or they just like
Yeah.
they just read that and they're so committed to it. Like where me, I'm just like
Well, I feel like
too much.
the
I can't.
Sandman was like, for a lot of people, was like if you wanted to get into comic books and you didn't want to get into superhero stuff, the Sandman. Was
Yeah,
the thing.
exactly.
You know, it was just like.
A lot of that Vertigo stuff.
Yeah, but I always felt that like when you did that, because Superman showed up in a couple of issues, and like maybe it's like the Martian Manhunter story on the Sandman, and so they crossed over here and there.
Right, it's still a comic book at the end of the day, but you don't
Yeah.
need the history of comic books to enjoy Sandman or a lot of that other stuff from that Vertigo ilk, like the Invisibles or
Yeah.
Preacher, but all that kind of stuff. Fables.
Yeah.
Yeah. A friend of mine, Jonah, his wife, doesn't read a lot of comics, but she read the Shadow Fables, and she
Yeah.
fucking loves that universe.
Yeah. I love how people like get pissed off with what's that? Once Upon a Time. It's just it's like a watered down Fables.
Yeah.
Like really, that's what it is. Like,
That's all it is. Yeah.
and
Once.
what was it? What was I gonna say? Sandman.
Sandman.
Okay, so did you know that Neil Gaiman's version of Sandman is his adaptation of a Jack Kirby property?
No.
Yeah.
I did not know.
There's an old Jack Kirby book, and it was this guy called the Sandman. But his whole thing was he was a superhero. He's like he had a red costume, yellow cape, and his thing was he rode around in a ship that existed in the Dreaming universe, and so like he kept an eye on people that nightmares wouldn't like overtake them.
Huh.
And then the thing was like certain people like especially kids, if the nightmare was too strong, the kid could make that thing come to life.
Oh.
So he had to stop that from happening constantly.
And this is Kirby Sandman?
Yeah.
Huh.
And so yeah, so like when it comes out, like yeah, this is kind of a weird reimagining of a Kirby look. Like,
Huh. You learn something new every day?
Because remember people would always say like oh Sandman's an old DC character, and they would always think the guy with the gas.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
I'm like, has that Sandman ever met the Sandman?
Right, he should, right?
Has Wesley Dodds ever met Sandman?
Because doesn't he have like weird powers too? Like he can see the future or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, when he like goes to sleep or something, right? Yeah.
He was very unusual.
And then he's made of sand or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Like on a cellular level. Yeah. That's a weird character.
Good old Wesley Dodds.
His gas gun. No.
Alright, so
But speaking of Vertigo.
I know, I
Yeah.
noticed, and that's why I love that setup, because that's what I do.
So this is the first book in the Vertigo relaunch.
Vertigo is back,
Vertigo.
baby. I was talking about Vertigo being. Hey, wait, I recognize that name.
Yeah.
Border Town.
Mm-hmm.
So.
It's getting a lot of people are talking about this book.
They're going to be talking about it a lot this weekend at Long Beach Comic Con.
So, it's a true book. It's about a border town in like Arizona, and it's a very book of the times. There's like there's a lot of racist rhetoric in it, and just like the way
people hate Mexicans.
People
We're in a border town in Arizona. We hate those damn wetbags.
And then on top of that, there is a portal between like the Aztec land of the dead and this border town. And it's very like there's weird shit going on, and,
Naturally.
And these kids are these teenagers are dealing with it. It's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of dug it. I gotta read this a couple weeks ago. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. And the art is really cool. Like at first I thought it was freaking Frank Quietly, but it's like
Yeah, just looking at the cover. Oh my God! If you had not said anything, I would have assumed this was Frank Quietly.
Yeah.
Whoever's done it has that style down to a T. I mean, I can start to see the differences moving on here, but I totally would have thought this is all the X-Men.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Trip out. There's a Lucifer.
Yeah. Part of the Demon-verse thing.
Hey, Tim Hunter's back.
Yeah.
Wow, so a whole lot of Vertigo coming. Well, look at how it's Vertigo.
Yeah, and Marvel's DC's really pushing forward with it because the guy who did this variant cover is Jorge Jimenez, and that's like their big guy right now. That's the guy who's drawing Justice League, and so they put him on the variant cover.
Yeah, I'm surprised because I remember there's various points and times where Vertigo was one of the most successful areas of DC Comics.
Yeah,
a lot of really good stuff was coming out of there.
Well, a lot of creators like what do you call it? They cut their teeth on Vertigo.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they often would start there. Like a lot of the major stuff that major guys that we really like Grant Morrison, like Warren Ellis, like Garth Ennis. Freaking all these people.
Even like what's his name? Brian K. Vaughan, right?
Brian K. Vaughan. Like those guys, a lot of these people who are like big now,
Yeah.
that's where they started. Like they put them on Hellblazer for like 10 issues.
Yeah.
Back when they let a guy just go, hey, have fun.
Yeah.
It's Vertigo. We don't have high expectations here.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. I always felt like that was like, they printed those for the sake of putting out good books rather than making money.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why Vertigo went away, because it wasn't making money. I was like,
well, I think what it was, I think the biggest problem, like,
was it New 52?
I think even before that, remember it was like after, was it Rebirth? No, after Blackest Night, they brought Swamp Thing back into DC, and they brought Constantine into DC. So I felt like they were taking all the cool stuff away from Vertigo and throwing it into because Animal Man was New 52, and even like Doom Patrol. I mean, even though it's
Well, Animal Man was a part of 52.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You said New 52.
Oh, okay. But
yeah, they did take away a lot of the characters because they honestly they farmed them off to Vertigo.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, they sent them all off to Vertigo to be written differently.
Yeah.
They didn't exist within the same DC universe, and here we are. Like, I really feel like there's a time in like the 2000s where Vertigo was just freaking on fire.
Yeah.
Everything that came out of there, like I said, like the stuff I mentioned earlier, Fables, freaking Preacher. Those were some of the those were selling a lot of books. Yeah. And I always want to throw in Transmetropolitan, but I don't know if that was ever like a big book, but I know that was, I would say that was a successful book for what it was.
Yeah.
And then you had all like, there's a lot of other stuff too. Like, I can't remember Why the Last Man was a Vertigo book.
Yeah. And you had
I could have sworn there was something else big that I'm like leaving out. There's like another like big Vertigo book that like was like super successful. And I'm like, I hit Fables, hit Preacher, hit Why.
100 Bullets.
100 Bullets. Yeah. That's another one. See, that's one I knew. Like, freaking, what's his face? Brian Azzarello. That's where he cut his teeth, so to speak. He got to flex his writing muscles without an editor crawling up his ass.
They kind of always did that, right? Because you think about it, because like
that was their developmental.
Yeah.
That's where they would let people develop.
Jeff Lemire, he was in Vertigo. Sweet Tooth was in that, and then I think there's someone else.
Oh yeah, no, I bet if we go back and we look at that. If we go back and look at a bunch of Vertigo, if we had an old school Comic Galaxy and we had that Vertigo section that Barry had and that Juan continue to curate, we could go through and find a lot of big writers today who did stuff in there.
Yeah. But I think too, like, was it DC inherited on us? I think like let's say about Wildstorm, a lot of those weird Wildstorm books became titles and
That's true.
And I feel what was it called? What was that other Brian K. Vaughan book? Ex Machina.
Invisibles, the Invisibles was another big book,
Yeah, it was that.
That was a big book.
You know that's the one Grant Morrison book I haven't read.
Oh, I tried to read it. It's so thick. And I don't mean the content. I mean like it's such like trying to read it. There's so much going on. Like I feel like I feel like I need to be on hallucinogens to read that book. Or something. And I remember the way it was like whatever newsprint they were on. Or I don't know if it was how we stored them at Comic Galaxy because after the Matrix came out, and people kept saying, "Oh, it's just the Invisibles." I remember I went into the this was Silver Age Comic Galaxy. I went into the giant freaking back issue bin. I pulled out a bunch of needles. I remember I opened one, and the smell that came off of it was like, it freaking, it disoriented me, which was probably the right state of mind to be reading a Grant Morrison Invisibles book.
What? Do you ever hear the story?
Well, King Mob is Grant Morrison.
Yeah, but no, do you ever hear the story about how he saved the book from being canceled?
Really?
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. He put a sigil in the book. And instead of telling people like, oh, let DC know you want this book to continue or whatever, no, he put a sigil in the book, and in the story it explained how you activate sigils. You write the sigil out, you focus on it, and then you masturbate, and that'll activate this sigil. And he told a bunch of people to do this in the book, and he said the book got saved. So.
Grant Morrison, Supernatural.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Rosa Limon on Facebook Live. We need a spin-off where the Blob is fat-shamed, reflects on his poor eating habits, and starts an anti-bullying campaign. There you go. Write it.
That'd be cool.
Write it, Lee.
Do you remember that was that weird thing? It was like after House of M when he lost his powers and he was just all like, he was all saggy, right? Like he had no mass anymore.
Yeah.
And it was just so creepy, man.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. The Wankathon.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Invisibles. Masturbate to save Invisibles. They're a bunch of nerds. They're jacking off anyway. Jack off for a cause.
Just throw some magic in there.
Freaking sigil. Oh my god. That's
how he saved that book.
They go on until it ends. So it's end. I remember they got some really good covers at some point because that's what they were starting to do. They'd find really good artists. Remember like
Joe Thompson worked on that book.
There's some really crazy painted covers later on, which I would like. That way it would come in because we'd get like one copy. I'd look at it, I'm like, whoa, that's a very strong cover. It was very stylized. It was, and I was like, the cover didn't match the insides.
Yeah, that's true.
Feel like Transmetro. I think that there was like an entire year of Transmetropolitan books. The covers were all drawn by Jay Lee.
Oh, really? That's kind of cool, but like it doesn't.
No, like it's like you go from Jay Lee. I mean, like don't get me wrong, I fucking love Derek Robertson. That art. I mean, that's one of the few books where like it was the same creative team, issue 1 all the way to issue freaking 68 or 70 when it ended. Like freaking 5 years later.
Yeah.
And remember that Vertigo? They do that. They'd have they'd get good cover artists to do cover. I don't know if it was just to try to like do sales.
It's possible. I mean,
it wasn't even a variant. It was just that would be the cover.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like, cause it's just like I think it does help with sales. I think it's also a treat for people that are buying the book.
Yeah, because I think there even was a Jim Lee cover once.
Yeah.
Like right after I think it was after the Wildstorm acquisition.
Yeah.
Jim Lee drew a cover. I was like, whoa, that's a really cool looking Spider Jerusalem. I'm like, oh.
Well, because you haven't cracked open that planetary yet.
Shame. It is literally it's holding up all my other trades.
Well, you know
it's so heavy.
Well, you've had it long enough. I'm gonna kind of spoil a little something for you.
A bunch of cover arts?
No. So there's a story in there where there's a guy that dies, and they're going to his funeral, and it's essentially Alan Moore. Like it's essentially like because Swamp Thing shows up to the funeral, and it's a lot of these characters, right? But then the crazy thing is that they find out like, oh, he's not dead. He faked his death, and the dude had like a long beard and long hair. He faked his death. He shaved his head. He turned into Spider Jerusalem.
I mean, that's what freaking Warren Ellis is doing anyway,
Yeah.
right?
Well, that's what everyone was saying. I read like that
I
was
feel like because in Transmetro, like the first issue you
He's
see
all-
Spider, he looks like Alan Moore,
Yeah.
but like with brown,
yeah.
but younger.
But I was like people would make that comment about he's Alan Moore and turns into
To
Grant,
Hunter S.
Grant Morrison.
Listen,
Yeah.
but being Hunter S. Thompson.
Me and Hunter. Yeah.
That's just Warren Ellis having some fun with his mates.
Yeah.
That'll be mates.
Yeah.
So any of these books, so any of these books, if you want to get a hold of any of these books, and you live in the San Gabriel Valley area of Southern California, come on down to Nostalgic Books and Comics. This man, Pete Molini, he will sell them to you.
Yep.
More than happy. If you can't get down here, let's say you're far away, like you're in Arizona,
Yeah.
or you're in Florida, or you're in Pennsylvania, you want some comics, but your local place doesn't get you comics, or your local place is a bunch of assholes. You know who's not assholes? Well, we can be assholes sometimes, but we won't be assholes to you. Pete is definitely not an asshole. I'm an asshole, but Pete Molini definitely not an asshole. You can buy comics from him, and no, he will help you out. Contact him through his Facebook page. Go to Nostalgic Books and Comics if you're watching on Twitch. If you're watching us on Facebook, it'll be linked to the video afterwards, or it'll usually get shared from there. Go there. You can contact Pete Molini if you want any of these books. If there's anything else in the world of comics that you want to see if Mr. Molini can find for you, you can try. You can look and